Okay, so we need to talk about what we're saying when we're talking about this high-low. Uh, so if I go to open one of my files, open scene, let's open up my cars. Right. You'll notice I have this green car, red car high, green car, red car low, and then smoke. We'll talk about smoke later. Right now, if I opened up green car high model, don't save, you'll see that I get this, and it looks good, has all the materials on it. If I look at the materials, there's several material files, right, that have a whole bunch of textures aligned with it, right? But for some tasks, I don't need all of those things, right? Like I don't need the textures necessarily to animate all the time. Now, I've organized this to make this easier for you if you decide you want to use Amazon AppStream. Because if I go to File, Open Scene, and I open up the low-res version of the green car, don't save, you'll see that this is what I get. And if I look at my materials, there are actually no textures hooked in here at all. Well, I won't say that. There's one on this Lambert material that nobody's using, so don't worry about that too much. Which means, if I want to use Amazon AppStream, this makes it a lot easier to transfer those files. Now, this is just an example of how I did this, and I'll show you how to make your own low-res it's not res, this low-impact version of this, right? So let's say you've already rigged up your entire car. We got a little bit of rigging to go, but let's say we've rigged up this entire car, right? All I've done in this file is selected all of this mesh, right-click, assigned a new material to it, and I just went with something simple, right? This Lambert. And a Lambert, I just went ahead and added a little bit of green to it, just so I would know this is the green car, not the red car. Right? And then, the next thing, and this is kind of an important one, is we open up our material editors. Since nothing is applied to any of this car's materials, right? Like none of these materials that have textures in them are applied to anything anymore, we can go edit, delete unused nodes. Okay, and with this, if I wanted to go ahead and break this color node, I could do that too. So now there's actually no texture files being used in here. All of these are just Maya shaders. Nothing is necessary to be able to see this car this way. You're not going to get any errors. You're not going to mess up any of your file paths. And so if I wanted to save this file, save scene as, you got to be careful not to save over your high. I can save this as low green car. Now, why is that beneficial? The reason is because if you're using Amazon AppStream, which is just a browser version of Maya, right? Like we're able to access this through the browser. One of the annoying parts of this is that you don't have a lot of access to your files, right? You get this right here, this folder where you can put stuff in your home folder. Right? And you'll see where I've been working on stuff with the principals class and showing them how to do this. So let's add a folder, and I'm going to call this Mars. Mars Chase. Right? And what? That didn't work. Maybe I have to put something in it first. Mars Chase. Enter. There it is. So we get this Mars Chase folder, right? And I want to put files here that I can use. Right? Well, let me go ahead and pull up my my environment files. Recognize that if we're using these low versions of this, the only two files I need to be able to animate are the low-res version, right, and my animation files. So this makes transferring a little easier. Right? What I could do is I could drag in shot 3. It's a pretty small file, and it goes up there pretty quick. I could drag in from my rigs low green car, and I can drag in, just so I have it here. What is happening? That's not the right one. Oh, sorry, I got this full screen so we can see what's going on, and it's the other thing I can drag in is my environment, right? So this one is a little bit of a bigger file, but that would be the only big file I would need in there, right? So let's drag that in. It's going to take it a few minutes to upload it. And because all of these are in slightly different locations, it's going to break a little bit, right? But those are the only things I need to transfer back and forth of those 3 files now if I'm working in the low version. So let's open up, this is inside of AppStream, let's open up a file. So we're going to go File, still have to set our project, right? And we're going to set our project, if we go to here, I think it's in our Documents. Yeah, under My Files, Home folder, you'll see there's my Mars chase, right? So I'm going to go ahead and set my project there. Go ahead and create a default workspace, so that means there'll be a 4th file in there now. And File, Open Scene. Now I'm going to open up Shot 3. Now Shot 3 is going to be looking for these 2 things too, right? But it's going to be looking in the wrong spot for them. So I'll hit Open, don't save, and you'll notice I'll get an error, right? And I'll say Browse to find that. So the file it was looking for was environment A. Well, let's just pull in low environment, open. Now it's looking for high green car, so browse. I'll find low green car, so use that one instead. Oh, that's the one I want you to use. Oh, it's because it was looking for the red one too, wasn't it? Okay. And so what it's going to get is it's going to load these in here. And I should now have everything I need in here to start doing animation, right? So if I were to animate my car now, like racing, my car is racing through here in this shot, because I need to use AppStream for this, right? And I just save this as a new file, right? Let's say I do, what's happening here? Okay, shot 1, let's start from there. Maybe over 120 frames. It shoots through. What's happening is I'm going off the screen on my there we go, onto my other desktop screen and clicking by accident. So we get to there, I'll hit S. So now I get this, you know, it races through, right? Let's say I'm done. I need to pull this back to my computer, File, Increment and Save. Well, if I go up here and I look in my folders, my home folder, my Mars Chase, nope. I don't know why I named it like that, but that is the only file I need to download now. Because the only thing I have changed is the path to how to find those referenced files and my animation that is in this scene right here, right? I didn't change materials on stuff. I didn't change rigging on stuff. All of that is the file that I have on my personal computer. Anything I do change, I would want to pull that down too, right? The problem is you probably don't want to change environments and stuff like that, and work on the texturing unless you absolutely have to, right? Because to do that you have to upload everything and you have to get it organized in the folder in the structure you need. Now, if for some reason you do need to upload your entire project, right, the way you do that is you would create a zip file of this, Mars Chase zip, right? And then that is what you would upload to AppStream, right, into this folder. and then you could extract it out, right? And so after you've extracted it, like this zip file here, right, we can click on this. What are you doing? That's not how I want to do that. To do this, we have to find our home folder in here. So if I go here, file folder, this PC home folder, right there. Right? I can right click on that and extract all to this folder. Now, if I want to download a giant folder of stuff, it's a little bit different. If I wanted to download this bridge folder, let's delete this one so we can pretend it's not there. Delete there. Oh yeah, yes. So if I wanted to download that, I'm actually going to have to minimize Maya. So I'm going to right click on this, and what you have to do is that there's no zip option here, right? What I did is send to a compressed zip folder, and it's going to tell you the only place it can put that is on the desktop. So I'm going to say okay, and let it go ahead and zip up my folder to the desktop. And while it's doing that, sorry, I've already done that. It's now on my desktop. Can I minimize Maya? Let's see. I want to exit it. Can I just go to my desktop and look this way? I can right click here, File Explorer, Desktop, and you'll see the bridge folder is on my desktop now. Annoyingly, the only way you can download something is for it to be in your home folder. So what you would have to do then is drag your bridge folder to your desktop, or to your home folder, right? And then now I can go here and into my home folder. I can download this bridge now. I'll just click that and say download. So this is a little bit of a pain in the butt to be able to manage swapping files, but I think it's doable. AppStream is nice for a lot of this stuff, and if you need to set your project, if you need to upload your entire project so you can be doing materials and rendering on the AppStream, that is the way you would do it, is with that zip. I'm trying to give you some options to where that's not always the case. If you're only going to be working on the animation, the only thing you really need to be trading out because of this folder structure is you need to be able to trade out your anim file, right? And the more of these if you get down to 20, and you just need to download number 20 so you can have that to work on, back on a local computer or back in the labs or something, you have all of that ready to go, and it's not as much file transfer. So, okay, we've gone through a lot this week. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. We will be talking about this more in class, about the project, and there'll be some more videos coming pretty soon, where we're going to talk a little bit more about camera work and how cameras work in Maya. Now that sounded like I'm just saying camera work twice, but working with your shots, like how do you set up a shot, and how do you utilize Maya's cameras in terms of animation and in terms of setting those up, with focal length and stuff like that. So we'll talk about that more very soon, and in the meantime, I will talk to you soon. Bye.